this has been painful to get going this morning. What's going on? Nothing's happening. Looks like something's finally happening there, Stink Pants. Are you ready for another one?
Another what?
Well, life lesson. Learn the life lessons. That's what we're going to do today. You know what the first one is?
No.
Don't try and update the PC before you got to do a live stream. We're having so many issues with that. All right, perhaps we'll start with this.
Did you say hello to everyone?
Hello, everyone. Did you say hello?
Not yet. I'm waiting for you to finish your, rant of the day.
I'm going to rant some more. That was a terrible start to today's stream. But you're in and you're good to go. So do it. You'll also have to let me...
this looks like an old one.
Old one, my patootie.
Looks
Pixelated like you. Alright, you'll have to let me know if that's too loud as well. To the live chat, hello everybody. I know that Kane was there, Random was there. I know Australians don't celebrate Thanksgiving because it's an American-Canadian thing, but theirs was delicious. Crossy Road, I love it, says Kane. Nice one. Alright, so you do a tiny little bit of your chat there, Stinky.
I try to work out how I'm doing it.
You cross the road.
Oh, what's going on? What? Why? What's going on? Free gift, okay. What's the free gift? Looks like I have to be fast enough, I guess. Otherwise I can't see it and it got picked up by something. Okay, what's this? Free gift. Yeah, alright. Win a prize. Yeah, okay. How does that work? I don't know.
You know everything, you're a genius.
Kiwi.
I'm glad Stinky did not take a shower. She actually did, but yeah, it was updating the computer and it was just giving me so much dramas.
Hang on. Let's try it again. Oh, what's this?
So Kane said he loves this game and he's giving you tips already. Don't get hit by the vehicle, Stinky.
I didn't get hit on the vehicle, but I fall in the water.
Don't fall in the water either, Stinky. All right, now, Spidey, if Spidey shows
hit by
up,
a truck. Yeah.
he had something that he wanted to talk about when it came to comments that you see on YouTube videos, but I might wait until hopefully he'll show up because it was something that he wanted to talk about.
Oh, hit by a train!
Kane said don't get hit by stuff. You're getting hit left, right and centre.
Is it this game objective,
Do you know Frogger at all? Can you remember the really old game Frogger?
No.
No. So it's basically the same principle. You got to get across there without getting hit by anything. You got to time everything.
That's cheap. I can't get that. Okay, so I have to avoid the cheap.
And don't get hit by a train either, says Kane. So, class is beginning. Let's talk about some life skills lesson. I think
skill, like I'm doing.
Yeah.
Cross the road.
Yeah. When you were younger, did you used to hold your parents' hand crossing the road so that they would make sure that you didn't do anything silly when you were really young?
Uh-huh.
And you look both ways, don't you?
Fell in the water.
Look left, look right, look left again. Now, old Uncle Poodot, even though he's going to talk about these life lessons, it doesn't mean that he's learnt them himself. And if the live chat's got anything to contribute, please feel free to do that as well, where you tell us some of the things that you've learnt that are good for life. Here's one that, I'm sorry, it might be a little bit boring for our younger... might be a little bit boring for our younger audience, but investing, that's a good life lesson, isn't it? To not just spend all of your money, but learn how to invest. The younger that you do that, the better. You learnt how to do that. Capitalising at the right time, isn't it, Stinky? So always have a little bit of spare money. Don't spend it all.
Oh, dang it. Oh.
You were close there, Stinky. You're doing quite well. And what's another one? Let's learn some science. Earth is 2,000 light years away from the Milky Way. Supermassive black hole. We were talking about that before, weren't we?
Yeah.
You'd like to explore a black hole if you could.
Yeah.
Safely,
and
that
white
is.
hole if they have something like that.
What's the white hole?
You know, the
Opposite
things
of a black
is
hole?
going somewhere, right?
So they believe that there's a white hole at the end of the black hole?
Probably.
Whoa, that was fast.
Flat.
Do you think it's important to...
What's going on?
Oh, what did you do there?
I don't know. I die and maybe it's an ad. I don't know.
What's all of this?
This is another game. Click cross on the thing.
Is that where you're at?
Yes.
Awesome Pug's here. He might be able to give some tips too. I can't remember who recommended this game. It was quite a long time ago. But it might have been awesome. It's good to see you there. And what life lessons can you teach us? That's the other thing. What can you think of that's important? Cooking? Learning how to cook?
Yeah, probably. You know, when I first moved to Queensland, my flatmate, when I was about to move out from Queensland, I got a new flatmate. And I think it's her first time to stay, out of her own comfort, home plus parents, and her cooking skill is pretty
Average at best?
beyond average.
Oh, as in like better?
As in like just
Worse.
boil the bok choy and eat with rice.
Bok choy. Now,
Bok choy, blanch it and eat like no seasoning whatsoever.
because you said bok choy, I'm going to have to put one in there.
And when I cook green curry, and she's like, that looks awesome. So I'm like, yeah, compared to that one, I didn't say it out loud, okay? I'm just like, yeah. And I kind of pity on her, so I gave her some of my food for the compliment. And yeah, she's like, I'm so happy.
Fair enough. Now, Awesome Pug's giving you some advice here. He's saying there are secret characters unlocked by doing challenges in-game without even knowing it.
Uh-huh.
So just bear that in mind. Characters don't affect gameplay too much, though. You say?
Okay.
Now, here's a big one. What about reading people? So, I believe that I'm pretty good...
You're not the best?
No, I'm terrible at reading people. Too trusting and too gullible, too...
Oh, what I'm doing.
Whoa.
What I'm doing. I don't know, but I passed.
Nice one. Too naive, all of that sort of thing. But
Oh, what's going on?
oh no!
That
So you've
one
got
obstruct
obstacles.
me.
Yes, you've
Have
got
to go left,
obstacles
right,
there.
center.
So
Hey.
even though you're not good at reading people, understanding human psychology, that's a good life lesson to have if you can learn that. Understand how different people think. Some people are crazy, so you don't necessarily have to delve into that too much. But for the ordinary average person, it's good to sort of, read the body language, read the signs, work out whether people are lying to you or not, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And hello to the random as well. Thank you for doing the spoiler alert. Sorry we got so slow to get started today. Another life lesson that I'm repeating myself, but don't do an update of your computer right before you're supposed to do a live stream. I learnt that one today. Well, I did try to update it yesterday. It's been a long time since Awesome played this game, but he's still got good advice for you. Whoa, that was quick. Is that a toilet? We've got another toilet game.
Oh,
you weren't protected by the toilet. You were
yeah.
one step.
I thought they protect like 2 blocks. Only actually just one.
Just one step in front. Try and stay one step ahead. There's another life lesson to learn, isn't it? And what about the younger people that are in this stream? Have you learnt anything that you think is valuable? I mean, going back to the old school days, I can't remember too much. Can you remember from your school days what's good and not good to do?
Not piss off the...
Language! Don't use bad language. There's another life skill lesson. Don't annoy. That's what you were trying to say, isn't it, Stinky? You definitely haven't learned that lesson.
Don't annoy
You
the
still
teacher.
annoy. Well, what about your arch nemesis?
Oh, doesn't matter.
So when updates come, they add new secret characters, and I forgot how to unlock certain secret characters. That's why those tags were being suggested about the secret characters. Because what are you at the moment? A chicken?
I don't even know.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To learn life skills lessons. No laughter from the Stinky there. Aaron Roy from the clans here. Ikra Diart is also here. It's good to see you both. How have you been? Are you having a good week? Did you celebrate the Thanksgivings like some of our friends from Canada and America? Which we didn't do, but we're gearing up for Christmas.
Chicken is flat.
And, well, you don't have to tell us where you're from. We're always curious, though. We're just having a bit of a discussion about good things to know in life, isn't it? Well, by discussion, it's just me rambling at the moment. And it's good to see some of the clan members showing up too. And if I get 100 coins, you can unlock a normal character. So you can unlock a different one once you get to the 100 coin mark there, Stinky. Awesome. Do the characters go faster or anything, or is there really not much difference? You're just playing a different cute looking thing. Is that how that one works? This is the first time you're playing one of these.
I need to concentrate. Big ship. Oh no.
Well, Canada celebrated 1 month ago. So I didn't know that. Canada and America celebrate Thanksgivings at different times?
I don't know.
And I think I've asked this before, that turkey is traditional for Thanksgiving, but it's also traditional for Christmas, right? That's what I'm guessing. Because we do definitely do it for Christmas. We just don't really have Thanksgiving. One character is a pug. Oh, you got to unlock the pug character for Awesome Pug Stinky. Bad grammar. Oof. They move the same speed, so it doesn't make a difference. But you got to unlock Awesome's pug character now. And Ikra Diart, what have you been up to? I've remembered seeing some artwork from your channel just the other day. If you haven't checked each other's channels out, please do so. But by the same token, let us promote you. Don't do it yourself because of that little yellow symbol that we have been getting recently, but thankfully not on the last stream. Plane Mode's here. Good to see you too. More of the DLGs showing up. Also, there's dinosaur characters, which is another favourite of Awesome Pug.
Huh?
He was getting you to play Raptors Online the other day. That was his long-time suggestion. Do you remember that?
Nope.
When you couldn't play your Genshin game? So you switched to the dinosaur.
Don't make me think too much, okay?
Because Stinky can't think. Thinking, there's a life skill lesson for you. You need to learn how to think, Stinky.
Think why I'm doing this?
And how have you been, Plane Mode? It's good to see you as well. Did you celebrate Thanksgiving? Do they give presents at Thanksgiving? I know they have a special table set up with a little, is it called a diorama? Something like that. It's like a little display that they put on the table. I saw one of the other DLG, they showed me an image of that, of what they had on their table.
Oh.
Whoa! You're progressing nicely though, Stink Pants. I used to always try to unlock all the characters. Updates keep adding new characters. They had a update 2 weeks ago, it looks like. Yeah, says play mode. No presents, says Kane. So it's just all about the eating. Kane had turkey with hot sauce.
You like it, huh?
He did.
Did you eat all the noodle yesterday?
I did. It was a little bit spicy. Not super spicy.
Oh, I will tell Georgie that.
You're going to try and get him to add more.
Yeah.
A big feast, says Kane. So what was on the table? What did everyone eat? I want to hear all of the classics, the traditional food that's set out on the table. Free gift, says Awesome Pug. It says free gift when you die, tap it. So did you see that? Each time you die, you can get a free gift.
Okay.
Whoa. You're doing well there, Stinky.
Hey, shut up.
Trying to jinx you. So we didn't have turkey this year, just ham and chicken. So this sounds like a traditional like Aussie stuff as well. Some people don't like turkey, so they have chicken instead. Ham is often on the table. And Stink Pants, I don't know what's wrong with her. She doesn't like ham, but then again, neither do I that much. We had it once or twice and she said don't worry about buying it again. And the turkey, you could probably do... If I offered you a roast chicken as opposed to a roast turkey, which one would you take?
Oi.
Free gift, free gift. There you go. Each time you die, you can get one of those.
What's that for?
I don't know. One free starter gift, says Awesome. He'll hopefully tell you what it is. It added to your points up the... I think that was coins or something that you received.
Okay.
And then what about the sides? Is there pumpkin pie or green beans, I hear, mashed potatoes, although I'd prefer roast myself.
Well, chicken and turkey are kind of not that much different for me, so
You
I don't care.
No taste, no class. Turkey is way better than chicken.
Having said about chicken, look at the ads. Chicken, chicken, chicken.
That's what it's... Oh, look at it. There's
Chicken,
way
chicken,
too
chicken.
many chickens there.
Life lesson. I don't know. Sometimes it's good not to say something you actually want to say.
Yes, that's called diplomacy. Sometimes you got to be very diplomatic and keep your mouth quiet, even though you want to say things.
Sometimes I feel like I regret not to saying things
Then-
too. So it's like kind of 50-50. I
It
don't know.
is. You got to pick and choose the battle, when you should and when you shouldn't. You know, is it worth
Maybe
it? Is it
depends
not
on
worth
the
it?
circumstances.
It does, very much so. Oh, gee, I'm missing a bit of the chat. So, turkey, my family likes the stuffing separate from the turkey. It's good. That's the thing. What I've found is some people really like stuffing and others don't eat it at all. We don't eat it at all, do we? But you do put it in the... He's saying that they have it separately, but we do always put it in the turkey or the chicken just so it doesn't dry out. Like, that's the only reason we put the stuffing in there. And then after that, take it out, but don't really eat it. I suppose if you have a good stuffing, it makes a difference.
Probably.
Pug, pewdy pug, you got pug. Oh, you did get pug. Are you using the pug now?
I don't even know what it looks like.
Awesome pug. Thanksgiving dinner. A traditional Thanksgiving dinner consists of roast turkey, turkey stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans, corn, dinner rolls, cranberry sauce and pumpkin pie.
Hang on a sec. What is dinner roll?
Dinner rolls, the Americans sometimes call them biscuits, I think.
What
'Cause
is dinner roll?
Well, it might just be a normal... like
Is
we
it just
have,
bread?
Yeah, you know how we have dinner rolls as well. They're quite small, and they're called dinner rolls. So they're only about, how big's that? Like
That's
10
Aussie
centimetres?
get? Just small.
Yeah, just
roll.
a small little roll that you have.
No wonder you don't have, Thanksgiving.
They're delicious though.
Yeah, but it's small.
It is small, but you just have it to, to accompany your meal. And everything that Kane listed there, it did sound very traditional from what I've seen on television and movies, that they have that kind of setup. Congrats on the 4K subs. Oh, hey, Stinky. We got 4K subs.
What?
Yep, I didn't tell you that. High five.
Yay.
Thank you. That was me doing that, wasn't it, Stinky? You're too busy playing the game. So, yeah, it might dip. We always tend to lose. Well, not always. We either sometimes gain or sometimes lose subs after a stream.
I'm not very good at, the locks in the water thing.
Woofy Afron's here. Hang on. Has Woofy changed the name again? I think so. If that's... I can't even remember the previous one. It had something like aesthetic or alicious. She'll have to let me know. Penguin's here. 4K congratulations again. Thank you guys for noticing. It warms the cockles of my heart when they say things like that.
Weird. Okay.
Because it's been, it was actually tough this week. Again, we've been, haven't been on YouTube much this week, and it took a long time to just try and catch up, nearly the whole week. Because you're doing all your travelling again, weren't you, Stinky?
Not that much, just Monday. And then I work.
That's right. We are the champions. A dinner roll is typically a bread roll served with a meal. So that is different from biscuits. What they call biscuits, we would probably call scones or scones.
Not cookie?
No, their biscuit thing is not our biscuit, which is basically a cookie. In fact, I don't even know what the difference between a cookie and a biscuit is. To me, they're the same thing. Cookie, biscuit, same thing. Don't tell you ended your stream, Penguin. We are the champions. Penguin. So he's crossing over into us at the moment. This is why he doesn't show up at the start. And Red December's here, another of the DLG. It's good to see you as well. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? Because I know she would have celebrated, isn't it? I think we might have to start celebrating Thanksgiving.
Wow!
Just so we can have 2 turkeys within a month of each other. You're not going to like that, are you?
Huh? What?
That if we just have our own little Thanksgiving celebration, so we can have all of the traditional food that Kane mentioned, and then a month later we're going to roast another turkey.
Nah, you do Thanksgiving with the turkey, that's fine, and you do lobster for the Christmas.
Oh, here we go with the expensive lobster food. Oh, there you go. So Woofy was Woofy twins. It was time though. Peter, what number is between 1 through 100? 99.
1 to 100.
Yeah. So there's 99 of them, right?
20.
Oh, 98 of them. If you don't count 1 or 100.
Hang on, what's the question again?
I don't know if he's wanting me to pick a number or say how many different numbers there are. Because I'll say 98 if he's asking how many different.
I couldn't see the...
Peter, what number is between 1 through 100? 0. This is a trick question. Red December said that she had a great Thanksgiving. I'm kind of jealous that everyone gets to celebrate it and we don't, with all of that fine food.
You celebrate every time I go to work.
So,
Right? And you got the right to pick what you want.
Yep.
When I don't.
Yep.
When I went there, whatever the chef cooked, I have to eat.
But it is usually quite tasty and delicious? And different from the menu?
Different from menu.
Then what are you complaining about?
Because sometimes I don't want that.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want that.
So, Aunt Stink, did you have turkey, ham, jerky or Vegemite? I had that switched off.
You sure?
No!
You are kind of busy with your thing, you know?
Yeah, I was mucking around with the computer quite a bit. Well, there you go. Close family. I got Dad calling me. But that's partly because I rang him earlier. Oh, pick a number, he's saying. I'm saying 6. Everyone's coming up with different numbers. 49, 22. I choose 6. Do you have a number, Stinky? Wolfie and On's picking a number that's outside of 1 and 100. And so's Penguin. I can't actually say how many digits that are. 4 with a whole lot of 9s or just a whole lot of 5s. I'll give you one last chance, then I'll say the answer. So if you got a number, you got to say it quick.
Yeah, all right, 23.
23. Michael Jordan.
My birthday.
Pizza says Woofy and On. 50 says plain mode.
Oh.
I love pumpkin pie. Have you ever had a pumpkin pie?
No,
We might have to cook one.
because when we went to that restaurant, remember, in the country? With the river.
Oh, yeah.
They have one and you're like, you don't like pumpkin pie?
Was this recently or ages ago?
No, recently.
Oh, that small little town.
Yeah.
I don't remember pumpkin pie on the menu.
Not in the menu, but I told you when I went there to pay, to order, they have it on display.
Ah,
And many people bought it.
you bought it. Uncle Poodod's dad. I don't think he'd ever waste his time watching the streams. He gets annoyed with me anyway. So I doubt he'd want to listen to me just rubbish on for 2 hours. Oh, gee, I'm way behind in the chat. Everyone stop with the answers. Dad is calling, says Plain Mate. The answer is 39. Call me during this time.
Well, it's almost 2 o'clock, so maybe he thought that should be okay. What?
He's forgotten. He's getting old now because I said to him, like, during this, Sundays are not a good time to talk unless I call you.
Win a gift, win a prize. What different? Gift, prize, same thing, right? Which one? I don't know.
You've been stuck on that screen for ages. The answer is 39. Why 39? Pac-Man is in the game in 3D, says Awesome. Have you got a different character again already? It looks like it.
Yep.
Yeah, Uncle Poodot, did you have apple, peach or pumpkin pie? We've had apple and peach pies before. You've had them before. I've bought them from the supermarket. But we're not very big bakers. Maybe we should learn how to make these pies. What's your favourites out of all of the pies that you could possibly eat? Which I guess we call... Do we even call them pies or do we call them cakes?
Well, do you separate like dessert pie and savory pie?
Yeah.
You know? Because I like dessert pie with the pastry. But
Yes.
I like, what do you call shepherd pie for the savory?
Yep.
I feel like the pastry is just too much for me. It's too heavy or something. I don't know. It's just weird. But I like the potato mash.
You don't like the traditional meat pie, that's for sure.
Shepherd pie is tradition.
It is, but it's got mashed potato on top
So?
instead of pastry.
Yeah.
But the filling's almost exactly the same. It's just
Yeah.
got more veggies in it.
But yeah, that's why it's lighter. What?
are you doing?
What? You want to play?
No, play
Oh,
the game.
you want to play?
No.
Start it.
Yeah. This is when Stinky's life skill lesson. You got to learn how to be more calm.
Nah.
Not get frustrated so easily. You're super frustrated.
Frustrating.
That's why you're the arch nemesis. Free gift. I didn't have any pie, says Awesome Pug. Oh, wow, I'm way behind in the chat. Oh, geez, I'm way behind. I won't be able to catch up.
Typical Poodot.
Okay, I'm just going from where I can see stuff. Poodot.
Oh, I got Spidey. I got
why is-
Spidey.
Oh, he's got Spidey as well. Hopefully Spidey will show up. Why is your pops calling you at this time of the stream? Because I've said it a couple of times already.
What's going on?
I was trying to update the computer, or it was updating, and I was having a lot of problems with it. That's why the stream started so late. So I was going to give him... he's much more tech savvy than I am, surprisingly. Well, not surprisingly, he's a very smart man. But, yeah, he's just trying to return the call, it looks like. Uncle Pudok, can you have your pop on the stream? I don't... Could you imagine Dad in the stream with us?
Nah.
I could not imagine Dad in the stream with us. You would see a complete shift in personality on my part. I would not be the way I talk to you guys. It would not be the same. Things would get very serious all of a sudden, and it probably wouldn't be that entertaining. Maybe that's another life skill lesson, that you need to learn how to interact with people on different levels. And it's often...
What's going on?
If it's at all possible, you try to meet them on their level. Like I have to do with Stink Pants all the time.
Rah!
She never meets me on my level, despite me begging her to for 10, 13 years now. Well, actually, no. For the first however many years where you weren't in the same country as me, it was all blissful. And I ignored all your warnings about how bad you really are. Said, no, you're not. You're great. You're perfect. Lo and behold, there's another life skill lesson. Don't always listen to your own inner intuition, because it can be very wrong, particularly when you think how nice Stink Pants is. Isn't it, Stinky? No reply. Have you pop on the stream, lol? Yeah, they all want Dad on the stream. Oh, LaserJet Sniper's here. Hello, how are you? Sorry, I only just saw that. Did you celebrate Thanksgiving? Gift, I enjoyed apple and pumpkin peach is just too sweet for me. Stinky often says that, isn't it? That some things are too sweet for you to eat. We had Macy's Day Parade in New York City on Thanksgiving. I've heard a little bit about that. Have you seen the Macy's Day Parade?
No.
They have giant balloons and things. It's packed.
Macy.
When you have a big parade and they have all of these balloons tied down, like they walk down with these giant, SpongeBob or something like that.
Well, I not normally
Barney
watch
the dinosaur.
Not normally watch the parade, so don't know. I only watched when I went to Singapore and there was what do you call it? The theme park, WB?
Warner Brothers?
Yeah, Warner Brothers. And I try to go early as much as I can and then stay there until the end. And they have parade at the end, and therefore I'm attend.
You're a parader.
I am a stingy.
Now, Awesome saying, you've already had a pug in there. You've already had a spider in there, which you're playing now.
Yep.
He says there's a penguin too, so you've got to get that character.
What?
Then we'll have nearly all of the DLG ones. And if you can get an Afghan dog, that's another one as well. I don't know if there is an Afghan dog in there, but that would take care of all of the DLG. So one of the parades got cancelled, unfortunately, but to be expected. Ours got cancelled, too bad. Uncle Pooter, did you ever tell your pop that you told us about the truck? Oh, jeez.
Of course not.
I don't know if I should even read that out loud. Well, Dad found out about the utes because we couldn't... He had to find out about that. I'd never seen him that angry, and to be honest, my friends were quite scared because they could hear him. They were in a completely different room halfway down the hallway, and they could and all the doors were closed, and they could still hear him. He was not happy at all. So he did know that, but he doesn't know all of the naughty things that I did. So I might just stop it there. I'm worried about some of the stories that I tell, because Penguin remembers all of them.
Oh.
And, I've done everyone does naughty things, I guess. It's just the degree of it. You just don't do anything too bad and learn from it. That's all I can say. Isn't it? You must have done a naughty thing or two in your time. But you're a good person,
What I got looks like a kitty. Beautiful.
the horse and all the other teenage things. So that's that he has memorized. Oh dear.
Now
I'm
you
sorry,
make me
Kat.
think of what I have done wrong in the past.
We need Uncle Poodot. Why? What are some of the things that you've done?
I stole my sis money.
Whoa! Did you ever return it?
I got caught.
By your sis?
No, by mommy, I think.
Wow. You're naughty.
I can't remember what kind of punishment I got.
Well, I know that you would never do anything like that now, though.
Yeah.
See, you've learnt your lesson. It's something naughty that you did that you'd never do again. And, I must admit, when I was really young and silly, I took things that I shouldn't have. But the funny thing is, I did always feel guilty and I'd pay it back somehow. You know what I mean? So there was one thing that I took some small item when I was a real little kid, and it was like, I don't know, I can't even remember what it was. But then the next day I went back and put some money on the counter and then ran away. So I actually paid for it, but still, you shouldn't do anything like that. So there you go. As long as you learn and grow, that's the important thing.
I keep borrowing stuff from there are some comic books when I study in grade 4 or something like that. I can't remember. Grade 4, 5, something like that. And then I keep borrowing it home, read it, and then for some reason I feel guilty to return while people watching me. So
You
I
never
didn't.
returned it.
Well, I kind of returned it, but I don't know if anyone found it because I don't want people to watch me when I return it. For some reason, I feel too guilty.
No,
So
you're right.
what I did is when everyone's gone home, I just left it in front of the classroom.
Oh, fair enough. Well, you did return it eventually.
Yeah, but I don't know anyone actually found it.
Now, Awesome Pug saying that you can change your character after you die in the waiting menu. You got that? Well, you have changed your character again.
I keep changing anyway, so I
know
think...
what that is. Looks like a box. In the way, and I really can't remember the other ones I've seen. In one of the bottom corners, Animaniacs and Pinky the Brain. Sebastian Prentice is here as well. It's good to see you. I'm sorry, I'm way behind in the chat.
Oh, what's this?
I keep not commenting because I think you're going to say something and then you do that.
Smash.
Did you celebrate Thanksgiving, Sebastian Prentice? I love watching Wonder Brothers like Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. Wow, we have something in common. I used to watch Pinky and the Brain, and
I have no idea what you guys talking about.
these are cartoon shows. Pinky and the Brain. Pinky is a little mouse, I think. No, the Brain is the little mouse. They're both mice. I can't remember. And Animaniacs is, I think, like a Looney Tunes type cartoon. But yeah, you didn't really watch any of the Western ones, did you? You know some of them, though.
The one I watched the most is Tom and Jerry.
There you go. Yeah, well, there you go.
And that's so bad,
Because they're always fighting?
Because they keep teaching the kids that rat, mice, mouse, whatever, eat cheese. They don't eat cheese.
They do, though.
They don't. I had a white mouse as a pet before.
Oh, and you're feeding it cheese?
Yeah, and it never eats it unless it's really starving.
Oh,
They
well
don't eat cheese. They eat just grains.
Then don't give it
They're
cheese.
vegetarian, sort of.
Yep. New Supercell game Boom Beach Frontlines, I think, is still in developing. Nice one. Afron, just one of my favourite, I might not read that word. Uncle Poodot, Vegemite or Might Veggie? Vegemite, because I don't know what Might Veggie is. Wow, Aunt Stink stole for your sister. Oh no, Penguin's going to remember those stories now. Spider made Stardust, who's an Afghan hound, into a dog. He did. Spider's very good with his artwork. He's getting better each time he does a new piece. What did I miss? You can move backwards by swiping down. Did you know that?
Nope.
There you go. You can move backwards.
Too late.
It's okay, bro. They are both mice. Oh, there you go. So they are mice.
Aha! Smack.
The Warner Brothers and the Warner Sisters too. Is there such a thing as Warner Sisters? I don't know.
Never heard about it.
Mice eat cheese. You cannot tell me otherwise. Yeah, I watched Pinky and the Brain with my dad, and I want Animaniacs for myself. Doesn't want to watch that with the daddy-o. And Dad never watched any cartoons with us. He'd watch movies and I guess some TV shows, but he didn't actually watch a lot. He was always in his study doing stuff. And what about you? Did you end up watching any things with your parents when you grew up?
Yeah, sort of. Can't remember what.
Pinky and the Brain are both mice, and one wants to take over the world, the other one's just dumb. It sounds like you and I are Pinky and the Brain, isn't it, Pinky? Did you get that?
No,
Oh, you know.
need to concentrate.
Sorry, Pinky.
Shut that heck up.
You just call me the Brain, okay, Pinky?
You are?
Yeah.
No, you are ASS.
We're getting another story time. Awesome. You can unlock a secret character as Santa Chicken. Find a tree and boop it. So if you find a Christmas tree, give it a bop. And it'll give you a special character again.
Hang on, I can't register that in my brain at the moment.
Animaniacs just about two brothers and a sister who disturbed the entire town. So they're not good brother and sisters, I take it. They're a little bit naughty. Just like you, Stinky. A little bit naughty. Sebastian's laughing at something. I don't know what though. Because we never think we're funny. And we keep getting comments, people saying, yeah, Stinky in particular is hilarious and she doesn't know why. Isn't it, Pinky?
Why you call me Pinky? Huh? ASS?
Just because you spell it out doesn't mean you're not using rude words, Rudy Nudie.
I can use medical term. Do you want me to?
Yeah, go on.
Hey, anus.
I didn't know. I thought you were going to say gluteus maximus.
What? That's the bum.
Yes.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Yes.
It's different part.
All right, enough of
Gluteus
the...
maximus is
boy.
the muscle. But we're talking about,
Yeah, because I'm muscly.
anal pincher.
All right. My goodness. Wow, swear on stream. 2 aren't stink. Don't mess with her.
Spanker.
Oh, my God.
What? I use medical term
I
now,
know you are,
right?
but you say...
Or you prefer another hole in the front?
Oh, my...
What?
I'm out. I'm tapping out. I tap out. Hopefully our young audience...
problem?
That our young audience has no idea what you're talking about, I hope. Because if they do know what you're talking about, my goodness, keep it clean. This is a family-friendly game.
Yeah, I'm teaching them medical terms.
Oh, life skills.
Right.
Facial expressions. I'm going to put a live cam on you one day. When you're ready to be famous, we'll do it.
Hey.
Yeah. You'll get even more clicks and views.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I worry about it. And given that you were calling me all of those words, I could put that on the screen as well. We'll get banned from YouTube. I love the Pinky and the Brain banter. And Awesome spelt out your word, by the way. The one that you were spelling. He's actually put it in the chat there. I'm sorry, but I have to do my school assignments.
Oh.
No worries. School comes first, plain mode, as always. So thank you for staying as long as you did. It's always a pleasure to see him, but he's probably already gone. That's not nice, says Awesome. Yes, I agree.
What?
Calling me all of those things.
I give you options.
You did. You didn't give me gluteus maximus as an option.
Yeah, but we're talking about organs like brain, right?
Yeah, what's the medical term for brain?
Which part?
Frontal lobe?
Yep, that's one part of it.
Something else?
You got temporal lobe.
Temporal lobe? What's the whole...
Occipital lobe at the back. If you got hit or got punched, then you're gonna go blind for a bit.
Right. And what's the entire thing called?
Entire thing. Brain!
That's the medical term?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. The whole thing.
Well, you can call me occipital lobe then. Richard Cranium. Oh, that's bad. Do you know what that means?
What?
Don't spell it out. If anyone gets that in the chat, keep it to yourself. Stink Pants is a Richard Cranium.
I don't know this one.
You know,
It's not fun if I understand.
Start playing it or whisper it in your ear. Richard. Well, I can say this. There's a shortened version of the name Richard, right? Like you call, you know, Elizabeth, Lizzie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So do you know what the shortened version for Richard is?
Rick.
Yeah, well, that's one, but there's another one.
Rish.
Don't say it out loud.
Huh? Oh.
And then cranium is another word for...
Oh. Doesn't make sense.
Yes, it does.
How can you make that one rich? That's gonna be stink.
No. It's good that you don't get it. We'll just leave it there because we're getting a little bit naughty at this point. I love the pinky and the brain banter. Well, you got the choice. I can either call you Pinky or Richard Cranium. Which would you prefer, Pinky?
Not me. Call me Stinky.
That's not nice. Oh, we're saying a lot of not nice things at the moment. Oh, my goodness, they're spelling it out. Penguin understands it all. Darn my age. Donkey means the same thing. Well, that's true. We're just calling each other donkeys at that moment. At the moment. The correct term for brain is CPU. So what does CPU stand for? And Red December keeps nodding off. We're entertaining ourselves, but this happens with Red December. She closes her eyes, falls asleep, because we're doing the ASMR.
Or maybe she just laughed her head off and then like, I'm naked. That happens to me every time I watch the comedy show, you know? I keep laughing and then I'm tired. But that never happened for your Western kind.
That's true. Hi, Zanib Ben Brahim. It's good to see you as well. How are you? And I'm not sure if they speak another language or not, because that doesn't look like an English name. So let me know if you want to use a different language. We can always do the Google Translate.
But it might take some time.
It might take some time, particularly if I'm the one that's doing it.
You are the one who do it. Anyway.
Do nothing.
Oh!
Are you going to make me steak today?
Nah. You'll make me steak.
I've got to cook it, that's for sure. Hobby Seg... I always have trouble with Hobby's name. It's good to see you too. Oh. Hobby Segal Lanya used to be a channel member for a little bit. Doesn't matter if they join and then stop. We just appreciate the support. So thank you for that. We're giving a special shout out. Even though they're not a member now, they once were.
You're not shouting.
Shout out to Hobby Segalanya. Was that good enough? I don't want to do it too loud. I'll burst their eardrums. If I do that, isn't it? You're in another in-game ad, aren't you, Stinky? You've got the old brown thumbs up again, which is good to see. And how have you been? Hobby, hopefully things are okay where they are. I've been asking people that lately, and it's been very up and down with the 2020. Things have improved vastly where we are, but
Want some water?
I'm starting to hiccup.
Want some green tea?
Not so good in other parts of the world, so I've heard. Oh, that's the one with the rice crackers. Rice? Burnt rice, cooked rice.
Okay, yeah.
I like that one.
Not cracker for sure. All right.
Yeah, not rice crackers. That's it. I'm all laughed out. I got nothing else. I'm drained after the old pinky in the brain.
I still don't know what is the pinky.
Do you know what a Scottish deerhound is? Won our national dog show on Thursday. Wow. I would like to say yes, so you're going to have to correct me on this, Red December, but the Scottish deerhound, I believe, is a very large dog as well and quite hairy.
Oh,
Maybe not on the same level as Afghan in terms of the long hair, but just it seemed to, in my mind's eye, I'm picturing a very large dog that has longish hair. Do you know what a Scottish deerhound is, Stinky?
I'm not knowing enough of the dog breed, period.
I know what a Scottish terrier is. It's the cute little dog that looks like it's got a mustache.
Huh?
Yeah.
Dog got a mustache?
Go back to DVD. It has new killers and it's fully released on mobile. Oh, Dead by Daylight. So, were we playing the beta version of that? Oh, I guess we were. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? So we might have to do the full version of that.
Okay.
Remember we did the beta test? I think it was Dead by Daylight. We were doing the beta test one.
All right.
So, awesome saying full version now, which is good.
That means I have to play, yeah? Again!
Make you wait until next Halloween. No, we'll get you to do it early. In the meantime, how far have you progressed in Crossy Road?
Not that much.
Geez, that's a narrow gap between... Oh!
The train took it.
You almost made it.
Now that's just the start. I'm tired of this. I'm not passing.
You are, though.
I keep thinking, what should I eat for lunch? Dinner, for that matter.
Steak and spaghetti.
That you're gonna make?
Yeah, well, see, it's all up to me to be making it all, isn't it?
Yeah.
And all I'm asking for is a little bit of assistance in the kitchen from my sous chef. I'm the head chef, you're the sous chef.
Nah, no way.
Sous chef.
Head chef just order to do stuff.
Ah, then I'm definitely the head
Sous
chef.
chef do more, so no way. I'm not doing.
100 points if you can get this reference. I can do anything. Isn't that what I say to you every day? I can do anything. Do you know where that quote comes from?
Nah.
I don't think I'll get the 100 points for that one. Awesome. A Scottish deerhound is yeah, there you go. Third tallest dog in the world, and looks similar to an Irish wolfhound. It has a short silver coat. Okay, Irish wolfhound I do know, and third largest dog. It says to me I'm still thinking of the same dog. Short silver coat. But short, you don't mean short like a Labrador, right? When I think of a short coat, I think Labrador or Beagle. They have a short coat. And when I think long coat, I think Cocker Spaniel or Afghan Hound. But then there's one that's sort of in the middle of that. That's like a German Shepherd doesn't have a short coat. Like that rat bag over there. She doesn't have a really long coat. She doesn't have a short one. It's in the medium hair. Fluffiest tail I've ever seen, though. We should see.
Raccoon tail.
Put her in the World Book of Records for the fluffiest tail.
You have to see Persian or some long hair. It's even fluff than that.
Get a job, cat. Sleeping all day you are. So I was attempting to cook Thanksgiving dinner for my family in this year, and I decided to boil the turkey in grease. And so it began. I can't imagine this is going to end well. Boil the turkey in grease. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I unwrapped the turkey from the wrapper and pulled it out. That's a good start. A specific I can do anything. Iron Giant is a penguin asking. I can do anything. I can do anything. No, I'm getting, what's his name? Shia LaBeouf. He says just do it, which I guess is a Nike thing. You've got us there on that one, Awesome. I don't know the answer to that one. Hey, how come you've got Poo Dot Stink Pants written all over the place?
What?
Didn't you see in the game?
Where?
It had Poo Dot Stink Pants on the actual track.
I don't pay that much attention.
I'm going to try and distract you when it happens, if you get that far. You're almost there. And I'm concentrating on the game a little bit. A Scottish Deerhound has the same coat as an Irish Wolfhound. I owned 3 of them growing up. Wow, I'm beginning to think... There, see Poo Dot Stink... Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong screen.
Oh yeah, always.
Here, yeah, I think you're coming up to it now. See all of that writing there?
Nope.
Poo Dot Stink Pants, I can see it again. See? There.
No, I can't read.
Maybe I shouldn't be distracting you. I think Red December must like the big dogs. I like big dogs too. Just if we had the space would be better. Another word as a hint, Jester. What's his name? You know, Batman's arch nemesis, the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
The Joker says, I can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I'm right about that? We'll find out in a moment. And I'm not sure, I don't even know if Spidey would listen to the whole stream. He might already be in bed already. But he did want to talk about receiving comments. Because he often asks for help when he sees something that's a little bit scary. And apparently he got a dark web link on as a comment. So he did the right thing. If you ever get anything like that, just delete it and report it, or report it and then delete it. Don't interact with whoever's leaving those kind of links. So he's quite smart, and all I said was, yep, you did the right thing, and tell your parents. That's the best advice I can give. I'm eating apple pie, and there's some cherry pie in the fridge. Should we go to the supermarket and get a pie as well? For afters, for your dessert after your main meals?
Yeah, whatever.
You just want to eat, you don't care what it is. Cherry pie in the fridge, and it was very slimy and slippery, and so I warmed up the boiler and began to add grease. Oh dear. After letting it warm up for a bit, I put the turkey in. Unfortunately, I added too much grease. This is not going to end well.
Boil and put the grease.
Red December also owned 3 bonsai dogs. Do you know what they are? I don't, but I would like to guess. Given that she has large dogs, you know the Japanese have a very large dog as well. It's extremely expensive. I think it's the most expensive dog in the world. I don't know if that's a bonsai.
Bonsai?
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking.
Bonsai is actually like dwarf. What they call that dwarf plant that they grow in the pot. Bonsai.
So a bonsai dog is a chihuahua.
I don't think so.
I'm not too sure. But no, we don't know what bonsai is. I'm not surprised you didn't get it, but I was referring to JUVY from Deltarune. I don't know what JUVY from Deltarune is. And Red December and Penguin always have these. Penguin says it's story time and proceeds to tell a story. At some point, Red December's going to ask, is this a true story? And it usually is. I don't think he's ever told one that isn't true. It's Spidey that tells the made-up ones. So you get the made-up ones from Spidey and the true ones from Penguin. But I question, You would need a huge pot to boil grease in with a turkey in it. And I don't know where he got that idea from. You mean if you cut it up into smaller portions, you would be able to do that. But a whole turkey being boiled in grease, that's not going to work. Continue with the story. He's got us all waiting for the conclusion. I've never done anything strange with the turkey, but they have been a bit hit and miss, haven't they? I forgot last year to add a bit of water. That's very important. You put a little bit of water in the bottom of the pan or it does dry out. Or, stock is even better if you want to use some stock. But I don't know about the covering it. That's the thing that they say you should cover it with alfoil and so on so that it steams a bit. But I have done it that way and not done it that way, and it seems to be all right either way. What do you think we'll do this year, Stinky?
Not eating. Eat lobster.
Oh, I knew this was going to end badly. So it spilled over the top and onto his leg and burnt him quite badly. And after he iced it for about 3 hours, he got back up. And with the right amount of grease, I put it back inside again. No. Yes, this is a true story.
If you got scald or burn, don't use ice. Use the cold water. And you can put running cold water for up to 20 minutes. Ice is not the great idea. I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. But cold water is better.
Is better.
Yeah, because ice is just too cold. You got burned, so your cell is dead by the heat. Ice is just too cold, and cell can die because of the too cold as well.
That's right.
So it's just one extreme to another extreme. Not good.
Yeah.
Your cell gonna be dead, and when you have you ever tried stick your tongue with the ice?
No.
You never done that?
Oh, hang on, yes. My brother...
Yeah, and that's might affect your burn as well or scald. So that's why we say don't put the ice. It's kind of stick and it might injure more of your wound. So use cold water. Running cold water is the best.
Keep going.
Need to concentrate. You talk. Me, no. Talk now. Oh, oh!
Oh, I'm just trying to do some of that background work, but I forgot.
Forget.
Boise dogs used to be called... Oh, Russian Wolfhound. They've got a long coat, third tallest dog in the world. I've seen those dogs on a prison documentary.
To go back.
Oh, go back.
How can I go back again? Or this way? Okay. Alright, let me move. Chung, 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 chung.
Oh, we've got Woofy and Random are back. So yes, I've seen those dogs in a Russian prison documentary. They used them as guard dogs there. They're
Guard dog!
very big and scary. I guess if I came across one that wasn't overly friendly, I'd be a little bit scared of that one. Generally, dogs don't put the fear in me, but they're quite large. Oh, what's going on here?
Pam!
You love a bit of classical music, don't you, Stink? I cannot get that pages to work at all. I give up. I'm going to have to restart the computer again at the end of the conclusion of the stream there, isn't it, Stink? Oh, it's not letting me do a lot of stuff. How is it that I've cleared every single comment late last night and we're already up to 50 in less than 12 hours?
Oh, I forgot to go back again.
So thankfully it worked out and it began to boil. I decided to also add, which was a mistake according to my family. Oh, jeez. So he's added Earl Grey tea to the mixture You know what happens when you pour water in oil, right?
It's gonna. Yeah, I did with the worst one so far at the,
The job.
the shop. Yeah, we got the deep fryer with full oil in there, and we have to wash the noodle, which is like the udon part, which is next to it. Usually they have what do you call it, like a barrier between that, but we already remove it to watch, and this is like at the closing time. So while I'm watching the udon part, noodle part, I accidentally switch the cold water into that hot oil deep fryer. I still have enough conscience to like, that's happened, and then turn it off, and then run away. And then after count 1, 2, 3, it's like boom.
Stink pants.
Yep.
You and Penguin are as bad as each other.
And it just explode. It's just not a little bit like you might have experienced at home. This is the real deep fry where you can see in KFC
proper
and
deep
stuff
fryer.
like that.
I get you.
Oh, not good. Scary.
Oh, now you're getting a bit more tips from Awesome.
What?
He's saying you have 1 second when the train appears on screen. Wait for the train to appear on the screen. So you actually have a second there between them or something like that, if I read that correctly.
I am
You
not
have
quite
1 second when the train appears on screen. Wait for the train to appear on screen. So you wait for it to appear and then you go, I guess. Red December owned 3 of them growing up. They're the same size as her. So she's a little lady with big dogs.
No.
That's what you want, isn't it?
Big
Personally, I
doggy.
think are more fun. Well, this is true, Random, but having said that, we try to play all of the games that get suggested to us just to keep everyone happy. And in our experience anyway, it honestly doesn't seem to matter what game we play, because here's the thing. Some people watch the videos to watch the game, I guess maybe the younger people in the audience.
Oh!
But we
Wrong
regularly get comments where people say they don't watch the game, they just listen to us. So they enjoy the podcast aspect of it, I guess.
Yep, talking rubbish.
Just talking rubbish that we do. Or, I have intellectual conversations and Pinky over there talks rubbish.
Oh, yeah.
The brain, Pinky.
Hello, occipital lobe.
Hello, Pinky.
Pinky what?
Pinky pants.
Actually, I don't have pinky pants.
You've got pinky pants somewhere, I'm sure.
I don't have. Maybe you have to buy ones for
I'll
me.
get you some. When are we planning to stream Roblox? So that will be a special event. And given how long it's taken to get to certain milestones, maybe we'll do it.
Yes.
Oh,
I always press too quickly.
2 can move to the sides. I think that was for you there. So we might do the Roblox stream at the 5k subscriber mark, maybe. I was actually hoping to make it a 10,000 subscriber special, but we're probably we might never get there at the rate that we're going. It's very slow. We don't produce viral videos. We've got our nice little group of DLG, and that sort of slowly grows, but it's not like we have huge numbers or anything. So yeah, maybe then. Awesome is what I'm saying. I was hoping to keep it for some sort of special milestone. And then on the last night with that one, I would have to set it up first, it looks like. Someone had told me in a previous stream that you've got to put all your details in first before you start streaming. Otherwise it's all going to show up, all of the private information. So we'll do that. Maybe I'll do that in the meantime. And if we can get to the next milestone, then definitely. So after that, the turkey was ready to be eaten, and with the burn that I got and the crazy look in my eyes, served it and then ate it very proudly. My family was disgusted by it, but tried to hide it. Because it wouldn't, I cannot imagine that it would have cooked on the inside. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no way knowing if you put a whole turkey deep fried in grease, it's not going to cook on the inside before the outside burns. Not physically possible, is what I'm saying. Random penguin. You'll be getting dog enthusiast watching soon. Oh, I hope so. And there's another congratulations on the 4K.
Oh.
Thank you for noticing Red December. I wasn't sure if we were going to get it before this stream, just because the last 2 weeks, you've probably all noticed it takes me virtually the whole week just to reply to a comment. That we get that far behind, and I already mentioned, what are we up to now? 60. We've already got 60 comments, so another 10 since we've been doing the stream. It's crazy. Anyway, it was a weird Thanksgiving, but I spent it with my family and my girlfriend, so it was nice. The end. There you go. We love penguin stories. They can almost always have a happy ending despite what goes on during the start and the middle of it. Something ends up nice at the end there. Moral of the story, don't try and cook a whole turkey in boiling grease. Good night. So Aaron's off. I guess it's late for him as well. Thank you for staying as long as you did, Aaron. Very much appreciated. Did you have any clan news for him? The clan wars are starting soon. War League. But anyway, we'll put him in as we always do. Egg dog when you do it. Good story, says Awesome. I agree. Penguin does have good stories. I think sometimes the stories I tell are quite boring. Or they're interesting, but I tell them in a boring way.
Wrong one.
They're not as animated.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You're not supposed to agree with that. You say your stories are fantastic. They keep me entertained every time I hear them over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, 100 times.
I've heard this one before. Have fun with the stream. We shall do. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one. But you know, you can always chat to us either in Discord or in the clan chat anyway. Spidey's here. So we have already. How do I get rid of? With the update, stuff's changed. All right, so that's done. Now, Spidey wanted to talk about comments. So first thing I'm going to say is, whenever you receive a link in your comment section, be very wary. You know, I would probably only ever click on YouTube links, but often that's just someone trying to advertise themselves, so I just delete it anyway. But if it's not a YouTube link, I'd be very hesitant. Now, having said that, there are exceptions. So, for example, we put links in our pinned comment and we put links in our video descriptions. Again, I would say be wary of that because you don't know who you're dealing with online. But if you can recognise it, if you know Twitter, for example, or Twitch or Discord, whatever, if you know what the general link looks like and then it's got that name on the end of that, then you're fairly safe. So you can check with ours. They're all legitimate links. You're not going to be redirected somewhere where you shouldn't be. You can test with us, join whatever you want with us so that you can see that those links are safe. But yeah, the more views and the more, I don't want to say popularity, but just, you know, the more that we get noticed, we are getting more and more strange comments. I get them every day now. It used to be every now and again, but now it's literally every day. And they might even, there's a bad one about Instagram, and I wouldn't click on that. Because the second thing I'll say is when it comes to the comment itself, there's no problem reading what it's saying, and that will give you an indicator. So, for example, you know, I get this one quite regularly where they're talking about some sort of hacking, and then they link to an Instagram. Well, then, you know, don't have anything to do with that person or channel or comment. So you just report it first and then delete it, or you can hide the comment on your channel as well, which is another option. So you've got those options available to you. So yeah, and Spidey's explaining that now as well. And you know, if it's anything to do with I've spent a little bit of time on the deep web or the dark web. It's probably not a place that you should go. I'm not tech savvy, so it's probably dangerous for me to do it. I followed all of the advice that I could see, but yeah, you're probably best not going on that sort of thing unless you know what you're doing. So stay away. I had some really inappropriate links, yeah, so you'll get those as well.
I went back and why did I do that?
This is a hacker, yes, you'll get that as well. So please don't put the actual link in there. I saw Awesome didn't quite do it. But don't click on them in the first place, because it is one of my closest friends that is actually an IT person. They told me that most people don't realize how dangerous it is just to visit a website unless it's a really well-known, really safe one, like banking. You know, if you're checking your bank details on your official bank, that's fine. You know, obviously things like YouTube and Google and Twitter and these things, they're all fine. But when you start getting into anything that you're not aware of, if I can explain this correctly, it basically gives that website an open invitation to your computer. And depending on what they've got set up on that site, they can access certain things. So just be very, very wary. I would say straight up, just don't click on any kind of links. Unless it's one that's provided by the channel itself and you trust the channel. That's the other thing. Because I've certainly seen some channels that link you to stuff that you shouldn't be visiting, so you have to be wary of that. I fell asleep. Why? Uh-oh, we're boring everyone. We've already put Red December to sleep, and now we're putting Penguin to sleep. Fell, don't worry, I removed it. Yeah, so it's good to do that as well. I know some of ours has slipped through, but usually I've at least replied to it saying that it's spam. Oh, Sano20's here. It's good to see you as well. How have you been? Did you celebrate Thanksgiving as well? We're just having a talk about things that are happening in the comments section on videos. What happened? You almost got there, but not quite.
I don't think there is a destination. It's just how many steps you can go. And my best one is, for this scenery, is 116.
That's pretty good.
It's not good. It's on number 41. I don't know how many out there. But I'm not progressing after that at all. Keep starting again.
You need more tips from Awesome Pug.
No, I mean, I know he told me good tips so far, like going back, left, right. But I don't know, when you got it there, you just couldn't do it. You just want to just press go. Not left, right, and go back. Sometimes you don't have choice either. Like, if you want to go back, you're gonna be eliminated. So, anyway.
What do you think you're doing? Just standing up?
See, it's counting down. I'm going toilet.
What?
You can play.
You do it before the stream.
I did it before the stream.
Alright, Uncle Poodot doesn't even know how to play this game. And Uncle Poodot doesn't know how to cross a road either. We're on the leaderboard, which is good. You're not doing too badly there, Stinkos. You're certainly not down the bottom. I don't know where to go from here. Oh, pecking order. Alright, so just bear with me while I concentrate. Oh. Whoa. No, Uncle Poodot doesn't make it very far at all. Penguin versus penguin fight. Press back arrow. Oh, did I just get smashed by it? Wow. Oh, Stinky, you better come back. You're losing your place. I don't get very far. There should be a train coming at some point. Oh, so there's a red light. Oh, Stinkpants, I mean, Poodot can't cross the road at all. I'm just using up your lives very quickly here, Stinky.
Doesn't really have a life. It's just there or die.
Oh, I just got smashed by the train again. That's how close I get. Stop stuffing your face. You're going to get something to eat shortly.
Are you gonna cook?
Oh, so, Penguin, Awesome was giving me some tips. Go change it to the Spidey. Because Spider's here now. So you can get back onto the Spider character. I almost got hacked one time. I pressed the link, but my phone said, what would you like to open up? And then I realised it said something not appropriate. Yes, good, smart stuff, Spidey, but don't click on links. Press back arrow, tap to move faster. Penguin dodges. Penguin, can I talk to you in the stream after Discord? Sure, mate, no problem. Lives in this game. Oh, yay. So
I don't know where is my Spidey.
I saw you playing Spidey before.
I know, I did.
Wow, you've unlocked a lot of characters.
I'm not so sure it's unlocked or what.
You have, it looks like you have. Are you the Spidey?
I can't find it.
Penguin punches. Penguin's having a fight with Penguin at the moment. And what have you got to say for yourself, Stinkpants?
Nah.
You're going to help me prepare. That's what you're going to do. Oh, dear.
Oh, what's this?
This is something new.
Oh, what? 2 of them? 1 is enough?
Does it forces you to keep going forward, doesn't it? Because the bottom of the screen seems to catch up with you eventually, right? That was something that I couldn't figure out. That why was I getting stuck at the bottom of the screen there?
Exactly.
Whoa! Almost. Nearly made it.
This is too fast.
Do you have a holiday closer to, similar to Thanksgiving? No, we don't. What would be the I mean, we've got Australia Day, if you could count that. That's although it's getting more and more contentious, what with political correctness these days. And it seems quite, I don't know, it's part of history. I'm not saying it's a good part of history, but one of the things, Uncle Poodot's going to go on a rant and get all very serious again. One of the things that I'm not liking about the world today is there seems to be this push to want to erase things that have happened. You know, Stinky! We always, or not always, but we've talked about it before, the cancel culture and political correctness, this sort of thing. But underlying all of that, there just seems to be this thing where you want to wipe things out that have actually happened in history. And I don't see the point of it, because you should learn from history, good, bad, or otherwise. You should learn from bad things that happen as well as good, so that you know not to repeat that cycle, you know what I mean? And so when it comes to Australia Day, understandably, the Indigenous, and here we go with the political correctness, have I got this right? Indigenous Australians? Is that politically correct?
Guess so.
To say that? Or First Peoples? See, I didn't grow up, I grew up calling them Aboriginals, which wasn't offensive at the time, because there are offensive terms and that wasn't it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say them because it's like
It's
saying...
not offensive.
No, but is it today? I don't know.
I don't think so.
All right, so, understandably they're upset that Australia Day celebrates Captain James Cook discovering Australia in inverted commas. They say that's very disrespectful, which again is understandable. They were here before Captain Cook arrived. It's not like Australia wasn't populated, but our history indicated, and here we go with a legal lesson as well. The British declared Australia terra nullius, which is Latin for vacant land. In other words, no one was there. So they didn't recognise Indigenous Australians as being people. That's what terra nullius means. If you go and invade, say, a European country where there were people there, they wouldn't say that land is terra nullius. They'd say it's not terra firma. Oh, it's been so long since I've studied law. I don't know, another terra something. Mm-hmm. And so then they would have to treat things very differently. Say, for example, with the Native Americans, they had to buy the land off them. And they did that in a very dodgy way for a lot of the American history. The famous one, selling Manhattan for $1 or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. But they were treated very differently is my point. So they had to buy off the Native Americans, but they basically just took from the Native Australians, right? So the question, I know this is going off track from do we have a Thanksgiving, but it's a similar sort of thing where you say, yeah, we've got a day of celebration, but that day is getting every year just more and more controversial. And I think, what's the big deal? It's still part of our history. You can celebrate it in a different way, maybe recognise that Australia had the wrong history. Things should have been done differently, whatever. But to completely ignore that it happened, I think is wrong. So there you go. That was a big long rant right there. Penguin, oh gee, I've missed a whole lot here as well. Just bear with me, look through the character cast. Spidey joins in to help his best bud Penguin. It has to be in one section. 2-player mode. Hey, so you've got 2-player mode in there, Stinky.
Yeah, I saw that.
This battle is epic. Did Stink Pants fall down? Penguin wins. I don't know what's going on there. There's another epic battle. Poodop, were you ever a teacher because you're amazing at teaching people? No, unless you count I gave music lessons to people, not professionally, but some friends asked me to teach them, and then they asked for me to teach some people that they knew. So I shouldn't say this, but it doesn't matter now. I never charged my friends, but I did make the people that I didn't know, they would have to pay me. And strangely enough, that's not the first time I've heard that being a good teacher, but I don't see it myself. I'm not sure that I'd be that patient with people. I am when it comes to giving music lessons, though, because having received music lessons, it's important to be patient. And if you can speak in a clear manner, I think Stink Pants is good at teaching too. And I've got some friends that have tried to teach me stuff that are very bad at teaching, that's true. Old Mr. Muzzy's a terrible teacher. Sometimes I dream about cheese. So do I. We've got something in common there. Yeah, we get Next Gen Brits do apologise to the original Australian natives. So again, that's a contentious issue as well, where people say, look, the stuff that happened in the past has nothing to do with us. We didn't do it. Which I don't... Do I agree with that or not? I'm not sure. Like, do we apologise for what our forefathers did?
The government did.
Yeah, well, they have. That's the other thing. So, they've had official apologies. I'm not too sure where you go from there, but I think the most important thing is to progress and change. You know, you recognise, I hope we don't get the old yellow symbol for talking about all of this, but a great example is slavery. It was bad, it was wrong, and people don't do it now for the most part. It still exists in the world, but for the most part it's gone. You know, and you recognise it was a bad thing, but you don't forget that it happened. You know, that's my point. Or I'd mentioned not the N word in a previous stream, but the non-offensive one. I've said that before and saying, look, that's how the older generations were told to refer to black people. And again, I don't even know if that's offensive these days. Intent is everything. That's my point. Sensei Pudot. There you go. Chrisma did that on purpose. You're playing a special level. You can change it to the normal level. So you're playing a special level now.
What do you mean?
And Wolfie's still there. There's a Disney version of Crossy Road. I saw that when I was trying to do the tags for it, that it kept suggesting a Disney version of Crossy Road. So I don't know what that is. I haven't seen it.
Come
and look
on.
at all the DLG talking to each other. I love it that they all get along so well. That I see them supporting each other as well. Sorry that I'm not always there to do it, but this is one of the. I got into trouble in the last stream when Ethanator asked me garlic or internet, and I said garlic, and then he got upset because he said you never would have met us and played Clash of Clans, and this is all true. And there is advantages, isn't it? You and I probably never would have become arch nemesis if it wasn't for the internet. Do you really think we would have written letters and called each other and kept that going?
Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think it would have happened because that's a lot of effort to have a long distance arch nemesis relationship that way. And when you can do video calls, it makes a world of difference, isn't it? It's almost like you're there together. Pudot, sorry I left for a bit. That's all right, Wolfie. We understand people have to come and go. We're a YouTube family indeed, Spidey. The DLG. I'm going to have to just do a DLG just because I can. Yes, we are, says Red December. So hopefully this will continue over the years, because I've seen this on other channels where, you know, they've grown up together as their little wolf pack or whatever you want to call it, DLG in this case, and years down the track you end up still being together in that sense. But one thing, and again, here comes the old Uncle Pudot teaching lesson, particularly for the younger people. How do I put this? You can have online friends, because I've had them before. And hopefully you do get to know them, or at least get an indicator of what they're really like as people. Because I have seen, not in my situation, but in others, where they thought they were really good friends and then the other person suddenly turns. Because it's very different. The internet's very different to real life. You know, real life you can understand where people are coming from when you're interacting with them, you know. Like some of my friends, I've had ups and downs with some of my friends, but
Not fast enough. Dang it.
decades down the track, we're all still mates. Yes, Penguin, I'm sorry to say, when you get to my age, you're going to think almost everyone's a young person, because he said, am I still considered young? I'd say he's very mature, and that's one of the other things that I should correct from a previous stream. I remember saying, you know, I don't think until you're 25 that you start to really mature as a person, and that's not true. You've got younger people can mature more quickly, and older people might not mature at all. I've certainly seen that both online and in real life, in the workplace in particular. So, you know, there's no hard and fast rule, and certainly Penguin strikes me as very mature for his age. We also apologise to the colonisation of India and penal colonies in Australia. So there you go. But this is all stuff that happened in the past and created the world that is today, isn't it? I often talk about the history of Stink Pants' country versus ours, which is, you've got a much older, richer history than we do. Not counting the native Australians that have a very long, rich history that I know nothing about. I only know little bits here and there that we were taught in school. DLG, sure, why not? I'm still considered a young person. I'm 17 going on 65. Awesome. To answer your question, why not try Among Us? It's a very popular game. Oh, excuse me, I'm
burping
or hiccuping. It's hard to tell at this point. It's a little bit of both. So, yeah, try that one. If you get some of the DLG show up, I'm sorry if I don't get the chance to show up, but hopefully you can understand that we do have very busy lives at the moment. We've got a lot of work between the two of us. And I can't get Stinky to do any YouTube work. If I could get you to do that, I'd be joining everyone's streams. Look at you go, Stinky. You're the master at crossing roads.
Nope. I die.
Well, if you're looking for someone smart, don't look at me. I disagree, Woofy. I think Woofy's smart. She's very good at interacting with people for a start. Very pleasant to talk to. Good at doing the uploads on her channel. And she's only young.
Mm-hmm. You know, people smart in a different way.
Yeah,
so
that's it. Yes.
I'm pretty crap at mathematics. Well, even though I said that, but I did the test and I'm just a little bit above standard.
Which surprises me because you're very smart.
But mathematics, when you think about it, right? When you mix with English is my second language. When you tell me, I'm like, what? Yesterday, one of my customer at the restaurant said like he will split with his friend to pay by card, 115, and I'm like, how much is that overall? And I'm kind of confused between 15 and 50 sometimes when you say it.
Yeah, you are.
Too fast. I'm like, what? 1550? 1550? What? So you pay me 300 overall or what?
Yeah, $300 tip. Uncle Poodot has got the hiccups. Is at end of the stream soon. Sometimes I get them at the start. And Awesome's right, just as you said, people are smart in their own way. Penguin's asking you, aren't stink jerky or garlic?
Garlic.
There you go. Aesthetic Ocean's here and eating homemade cinnamon apples. Nice one. It's good to see you. So, yeah, never, what am I trying to say? Because I do this too, but put yourself down and, not have that confidence. So believe in yourself is what I'm trying to say. And it doesn't matter if you fail in life. That's part of life. You fail, you do things wrong, you make mistakes. The important thing is to learn and grow from them.
Yeah, I got one friend. We work at the, what do you call it? Just like, that was my old workplace. It's like a fast food, but Japanese shop. And there was one girl, she's born here, but she got like one of her parents from China and one from Vietnam. So she can speak 3 languages, like multilingual, not just 2.
And
like
I'd say that's
super
smart.
frequent, whatever, fluent in all of those 3. But she's never go to uni. Well, actually, having said that, she tried, but she said she didn't like it, so she quit. But yeah, I'm happy to say she's smart. You don't even have to go to uni. But well, for Asian, we might have to, like, it's kind of culture thing.
Yeah.
Where we kind of value, you have to go to uni, and your parents gonna be like, you must go to uni.
Yep.
I'm gonna be proud of you.
Yep.
Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, in Australia, we kind of more, what do you call, relax about it.
They are.
You more respect in every kind of job. In Asian, you have different level of respect.
That's true.
Like, yeah, if you are doctors, then you got most respect, and if you are just waitress, well, they still call it like good faith. It's good enough, not like trading, dealing with drugs or that kind of crap. That is not good.
You say in the C, well, not the C word, but
What?
Poo-poo.
Poo-poo. Oh, what? I thought we allowed to. It's
Well,
our own
It's not so bad.
stinky.
Hey, I've still dropped the worst
What?
word out of the both of us, but I only ever did it once.
So can I say poo?
You're a repeat offender. Well, poo dot stink pants.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I
You know,
suppose
poo creep.
saying
Poo.
saying that particular C word's not too bad. It's better than the S word. I'll tell you that now. And I agree. Like, just because you're academically smart or not doesn't really mean that much. Because there are some people that have been very successful and proven. What, didn't Albert Einstein drop out of school? Aren't there quite a few high-level scientists that were no good academically, but very intelligent nonetheless? So, yeah, don't judge yourself by these things. Don't judge yourself unless you're doing something wrong, really. And Penguin says, I feel your pain. I think usually when I say 15, my mates think I say 50. Can we do a live tomorrow, please, says Spidey.
Oh.
I don't think we can, if you're asking us.
I'm going to work tomorrow.
Yeah. So it might not happen.
But you can always go Discord with Poodle.
I can do a Twitch stream, if that helps. Join Twitch and I'll do it there. I don't mind that. And give me a day off trying to do work all of the time. Do not say that, sorry. A lot of the staff at the school have got the cough. Oh, that's not good. This is Aesthetic Ocean. So she's doing remote learning again. At least they're
again.
Yeah. Our schools have opened up now, haven't they? Finally, after all that time. They had months off.
I don't mind in terms of travel. You don't have to travel too much during that time.
Right.
But yeah, I think going to uni or schooling properly is better, more effectively, I think.
True. Yeah, well, listen to this. So, Aesthetic Ocean, their school's gone virtual. Kane says that their school's been online learning since the start of the school season. Aesthetic did a charity walk and earned 2 medals. Congratulations. What did you say, Uncle Peter? I promise I won't remember. You always remember. Oh, Official MX is here. Good to see you as well. Did you celebrate? Oh, no, hang on. Oh, here we go. I'm way behind in the chat. Can we go live tomorrow also, please? I'll do it on Twitch if you want, Spidey. You can just stream you working on your job, Uncle Peter. I can't do that. I get fired. This day was the most saddest day for Official MX, he's saying. So what happened? I followed you on Twitch. Nice one. Thank you. I joined the Twitch. Says awesome. All right. So I might try and plan a Twitch stream at the normal time that we do these streams. That's going to set me behind in YouTube work. And I've also got to get the normal work out of the way. All right. I'll figure something out to try and do it at the same time. I always had the school, the cough came to the 19. Well, not sad. So we're going to hear something from Official MX in a moment as well. So we're here for you, MX. The DLG is always very supportive of each other. So we'll try and cheer you up as best we can once we find out what's going on. Love to the DLG, that's what we say. And then, while we're waiting to hear from Official MX, just to warn you in advance, when it comes to the Twitch streams, my commentary, if you want to call it that, is very different. Just because it will be only me. And I do have to concentrate on the gaming as well. So, yeah, you can certainly join Twitch. Join us on Twitch and I'll make the effort to do it tomorrow. Red December says she hasn't been on Twitch for years. So we need to do it more. I kept saying when we've got this spare time that we need to use Twitch to practice all the PlayStation stuff. And then when we're good enough, then we put it on YouTube. So I've practiced a little bit.
I'm here.
Are you going to do it today?
No, eat. Need to eat.
My school refuses to close down even after the staff has a cough. It's sad I lost mates because of it, and now some of my classmates have it too. That's... Oh, I don't want to get all, talking about things I shouldn't, but that seems very irresponsible. That's really irresponsible. I had someone replied to a comment I left on some random video that had nothing to do with anything, and they started saying how, it's all... Oh, that's right. There's this crazy theory that says Australia doesn't exist. And I just left a comment saying, as an Australian, I can assure you we don't exist. And then someone replied...
We don't exist?
Yeah.
What?
As a joke. Because some people honestly believe it. It's nuts.
Then you shouldn't say that.
Yeah, well. So this person then replies along the lines of, the old cough is just a conspiracy for governments to control people, and because Australia lets... I've got to be careful even saying that word, that we get controlled too much and we're only going to be able to breed with ourselves at home. Like, just really ridiculous stuff. And I just think, that's... When you get to that level of thinking, there's something wrong with you if you honestly believe that this isn't serious. Given that, I'm sure... in amongst all of us, we're going to know at least some people that have either suffered from it, been exposed to it, or know someone that's passed away. And you try and say that that's not real? It's just crazy. Anyway, that's enough of that. Can you send Twitch link? Yes, I can. Just bear with me. Oh, that wasn't it. So you can always... as well.
I'm dead.
What's with all of these calls today? All of a sudden I'm popular?
Usually on Sunday.
You can always find the links to all of the social media in each video description or on the About tab, just so that you're aware. And I missed a bit, so just bear with me. DLG forever, that's right. Got to do another DLG there. Yes, you did it. Or Penguin, I'm sorry. Yes, I agree. It's crazy that they're allowing the school to continue. My best friends left the school and I didn't say, but yeah, it's not nice when you lose friends at school that they go somewhere else, or that happened to me a couple of times. It was very sad. Oh, well, there you go. So I've got to be a bit careful about reading some of this stuff out loud. But I'm sorry to hear that, Penguin. That's really quite sad. Wow. Stand still at the beginning to get so you're getting more advice. Stand still at the beginning to get a secret character, says awesome.
What?
Awesome.
I didn't know you can get that.
I'm still watching, but I moved to my computer. I'm playing Sims, so I can't chat. I'm still watching, but I need to work, so I'll chat sometimes. That's fine. And Spidey says, sorry, mate. I know Muzz's name. It's not the first time it showed up, and I did ask him, like, are you okay with that? And he said, yeah, I don't care. But I've told everyone else, including him, don't call me on a Sunday. Let me call you. They should know better.
They just can't wait.
Yeah. Oh, because they love the old poodot, that's why, isn't it?
All right.
Yeah, if I said to you, don't call me on a Sunday, you'd be like, great, any other day? Are there other days I can't call you? I'd be happy about that too. Sends warm cinnamon hug apples to cheer him up. There you go. Thanks, Random. We'll send the same thing. What do you think? We'll send garlic-covered jerky kisses.
Doesn't sound appetizing.
With greasy turkey. Oh, this is making me hungry now. I can't believe I'm saying that. Greasy turkey's making me hungry. Uncle Poodot, you're my favourite uncle. Same for you, Aunt Stink.
Oh, thank you.
isn't it?
I didn't talk much.
Yeah, you don't. Well, you have in the past. You got great skills at comedic timing without even realising it. I've been encouraging her to join a comedy club, get up on stage.
Nah, that's not gonna happen.
Hey Peter, I have a fun experiment for you if you're ever bored. Oh, I like to hear this. And I'm not too sure whether... Did I miss what Official MX was going to say about the day? I might have. Because I can't remember what he was going to say. But okay, well, not sad. But yeah, I don't think he ever said what happened. Get a bowl of water, if it says warm water, and put your finger in it when you sleep. I've tried that once before.
What? What's that for?
Sprinkle lots, and I mean lots of pepper on. So you get a bowl of water and sprinkle a whole heap of pepper on top.
Hang on. What are you doing now? Cooking?
So it's a fun experiment, says Ocean Aesthetic. I mean, Aesthetic Ocean. Look at me, I'm dyslexic. She's still going to write more, I think. It's not the end of it yet. Get a bowl of water, put a whole heap of pepper on top, and then dunk Stink Pants' face into it and see how much she sneezes. I think that's what she's going to say. What do you reckon?
What I'm reckon? You're nasty.
I'm going to try it, though. Actually, do we have any pre-ground pepper at this point?
I don't think so.
Oh, and see what happens. No, hang on, there is more. Then get dish soap, preferably Dawn, but I guess anything works. Then put just one drop in the centre and see what happens. I wonder what happens. I'm guessing it's going to get all of the pepper to just join the droplet of soap. We'll have to try that after the stream. So on a funny note, I told my girlfriend that I never watched any Disney princess movies, and now I have one every night with her. I'm watching Princess and the Frog tonight.
That one I don't like that much.
Yeah, I'm not into any chick flicks.
No, I mean, I don't mind Walt Disney. It's just I don't like that one.
But do you really think there's that many guys that are going to watch a Disney princess movie? Who's going to want to watch?
I don't know. I got one friend who actually don't mind.
When you're really young, maybe, or maybe, I don't know. I just don't think I could sit through a princess movie. There you go, I'm projecting.
Until you have a daughter, then you must.
Well, I'll just put on the CD and say go for it, DVD, and say sit there, be quiet, and watch the movie.
And then your daughter gonna be like, but I want to watch with you, Dad.
Really? Why?
I want some cuddly.
Can't we watch something else? That's what I'd be saying. There's nothing else we can watch here. Where's your mum? I think your mum wants to watch with you. How about that? Ratbag Cat, she wants to do it with you.
Ratbag doesn't want a cuddle. She likes the alone time.
Tap once and stay still when your character has the screen rolled on them, and the eagle will appear and give you a secret character.
Oh, okay. Have to try when I die.
An aesthetic Asian saying that's awesome because she's a girl. You'd be like, yep, he's a good boyfriend. I'll give him that much. Because normally when Stink Pants says, come watch a movie with me, if it's a chick flick, well, I do sit down for a little bit, don't I? And then I'll probably fall asleep or walk away, whichever comes first. Usually walk away, probably. I had online friends, but out of all of them, you guys are my favourite. I wish we actually knew each other. Too bad we can't, though it's too dangerous. Yeah, well, how do I even put that? People do meet up in real life. You'd find it difficult anyway with us because we're in a completely different country, but you've also got to think we're very old. We're not young people.
Hey, shut up.
Oh, you're young.
The old
I'm
part.
not. I'm old. You're young. There you go. So you get to know people over time. Maybe it's not too bad. But certainly as a child, I wouldn't be doing anything like that. When you're growing up
what's
a
going
bit
on? Dang it.
and understand the way the world works, then it's less dangerous. You meet in a public place maybe, but don't do that, kids. Like, you know, any children out there, don't even entertain the idea.
I don't know how you get the secret character. It didn't appear.
Princess and the Frog is a good one, says Aesthetic Ocean.
Really? I don't like it that much.
I watched a few princess movies with my mum. See, well, I take it all back. I'm sure if I was young, I would sit there and watch anything cartoonish. It wouldn't bother me. But even now, I used to watch The Simpsons and American Dad and these sorts of things. I don't even watch them anymore. I don't know, something changed.
Your brain.
Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with these shows. I thoroughly enjoyed them, and Disney when I was younger. I haven't watched a Disney movie in, if you're talking a cartoon one. Well, it's the last one I would have watched would be with you, and I couldn't even tell you what that is. And there you go, Spidey doesn't like princess movies. Well, it's nice when you're with someone, but it's weird when it's late at night and your pop comes downstairs and seeing you watching Cinderella by yourself in the dark. This is true.
Well, if you watch with girlfriend, then that's okay. But if you yourself watching it, I would think something about that.
Yeah, you would. Tell her I said hello. Okay, random no problems. Loved watching Frozen 2. There you go. That's
Frozen's not bad.
Have you seen the Frozen 2 yet, or you haven't?
Not yet.
Not yet? Stand still once you tap once, is what Awesome saying, and then wait. Frozen, never in my life. Spidey's a bit like me, I think. He's not interested in any of those movies.
I don't mind some animations. Oh, Walt Disney is kind of good. I don't know. I like Shrek.
Yeah, you do.
It's kind of parody animation.
See, if we can lump computer CGI with animation, put it all in the same, you know, cartoons, manga or whatever you want to call it, CGI stuff like Toy Story, you lump all of that together. The only time I ever see those movies is with you. When you put them on, I'll sit there and watch them a little bit. But
Hang
I've
on,
never.
can you tell me how to do the secret character again?
So you stand still once you tap once and wait. Was
Wait.
that the first tap?
Yep. I better go. See?
Oh,
It's gone.
well, I'm not too sure what happened there. Awesome. For the charity walk, I walked 3 miles and had a canned good in each hand. So I carried 2 canned goods while walking for 3 miles. And I'm proud of myself. We're proud of you too, Aesthetic Ocean. Number one, I probably would have opened the canned goods and eaten them while I was walking. And number two, I'm not even sure I could make it 3 miles.
Which is like
Almost 6 kilometres.
6 kilos?
5 something, I guess. It's a decent walk. You got pranked, bro, Settles. There was no secret character. Awesome. Pranked you.
Okay. Oh, low battery.
Oh, we're getting close to the 2 hours anyway. You can always stop it early. I don't know. I've watched the Cinderella and Rapunzel to Disney Productions. Please stop making Disney princess movies for a bit. Thanks, Penguin. I liked... I'm trying to think of the Disney movies that I've watched. I can remember story time never getting through Bambi because I was sick.
Oh, Bambi is not fun.
Yeah, no, it's a sad movie, but I'm pretty sure we only got through the first 10 minutes or so, and Dad didn't believe me. I kept saying, Dad, I'm sick, I'm going to vomit. And he's like, you'll be all right. And then I said, I really have to go now. And then he took me to the bathroom. My brother was annoyed because we all went because he couldn't leave my brother there. He was too young. And I ended up being violently sick in the bathroom, and then he said, we better go. So I never got to see the film.
Don't worry, you didn't miss much.
Jungle Book, I remember watching that. This is all many, many years ago. Rapunzel, I don't know if I've seen that.
I have seen, so you might vaguely watch it.
Spidey loves Bambi.
Why?
And the movie is called... it's called Tangled.
Yep, Tangled.
Yeah. So you have seen it?
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, you did.
I think... I have with you.
Yeah, part of it.
Yeah, well, part of it. I do believe that I may have seen Cinderella, though, when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Parts of it I remember anyway. I don't know, my girlfriend keeps gasping and crying and laughing and crawling on me, so yeah. So this is why, well, think about it. When you're when you're young and, you've got that whole dating thing going on, it's a bit different. So everything's good,
Why you have to cry then?
Well, because if she's laughing and crying and getting closer to you, you don't care about the movie at that point as a guy, but you're really happy you're watching it. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Do you get how that works?
That's a hidden agenda.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's just being close to another person that you really like. And should I even be saying this as arch nemesis? We sort of never really went through that because we were already older.
No, because we are kind of far away.
Yeah, well, that's true too. The initial excitement I think the excitement when you're young is different from the excitement when you're a bit older. It's still exciting, but just in a different way. You know what I mean?
Whatever, put up.
Well, I don't think we went to a movie together or sat and watched a movie for...
Yeah, I remember you said it's too expensive.
Oh, because I'm tight. That's right. Do something else that's more well worth it.
And I'm this guy is just either too stingy or too poor. Not good for gold digger.
And it turns out neither, isn't it? That's what it turns out. And I've been very good with you. Say it.
Yep, good.
You let the DLG know.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Oh, gee, my iMovie's just suddenly closed there as well. All right, so we're actually at the 2 hour mark too, and it looks like it's going to take too long to set up the soundtrack again. Not that you're going to listen to it for very long anyway. Last night I had dinner with my neighbours and we watched Wreck-It Ralph. I've heard of that.
No,
haven't seen it though. What are you doing there, you stink? And then, you've got to hold it that way. There you go. Bambi, it's been a while since I saw that one. I love the story Bambi. Monsters, Inc. I remember seeing Monsters, Inc. and Pinocchio I've seen. Oh, Spidey's bringing back the memories there. Those are some good movies. I just accidentally did a somersault. How do you accidentally do a somersault?
What's going on? Why? Keep counting.
Random as Wreck-It Ralph for Disney Princess movie. Oh, Wreck-It Ralph is also a Disney Princess movie.
Sort of.
Yes, one less one. All right, so...
Oh, why he keeps doing that?
What did you do? Oh, she did it again.
All right, done.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to email one of my old classmates. Oh, and Mason Matlock is here as well. It's good to see you. Sorry to say we're about to end the stream. It has been going for a couple of hours now. So hopefully we'll see you a bit earlier in the next one. I am, because everyone kept asking, I am going to try and stream on Twitch tomorrow. Link is in the video description. Oops, that's still there as well. We'll get rid of that. Stinky, you got any final thoughts there?
I won't be here for the stream as I have to go to work, so enjoy everyone. Keep talking because Pudot not gonna talk.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't be doing that much chatting. I did in the last stream, but it was just different.
Yeah.
It's a different type.
If you play Farmville or something like that, then you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it depends on the game you pick.
Oh, it'll be a first-person shooter, that's for sure.
Oh, then you're gonna. I think Realm of Swear Words gonna start soon tomorrow.
No worries, guys. You can keep chatting in the live chat there for a little bit from memory. So hopefully we'll see some of you in the Twitch stream tomorrow. I've got to remember to do that. I've got to remember how to do that.
Okay. Bye, guys. Enjoy.
All right. We'll see you in the next